Good evening and welcome back to Kerr Stadium for tonight's field hockey game, ODAC match between Eastern Mennonite and Roanoke. And we have your starting lineups. First in goal for Eastern Mennonite, a freshman from Sellersville, Pennsylvania, Sam Frere. At defense, a junior from Chester, Virginia, number 2, Carol Brinkley. A sophomore attack from Allensville, Pennsylvania, Michelle Zook. A midfielder junior from Richmond, Virginia, Jessica Blanks, number 8. An attack sophomore from Harleysville, Pennsylvania, number 10, Janessa Durstein. Midfielder sophomore from Media, Pennsylvania, number 11, Carmel Williams. Defenseman sophomore from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, number 12, Bethany Hinch. Midfielder senior from Sunderton, Pennsylvania, number 13, Adriana Santiago. A defenseman, sophomore from Mechanicsville, Virginia, number 17, Sonia Anderson. An attack freshman from Mountville, Pennsylvania, number 18, Melissa Cox. A defenseman, junior from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, number 20, Molly Lehman. And for the homestanding Roanoke College Maroons, a freshman, a forward, junior from Dobbs Ferry, New York, number 2, Devin Huddleston. A defenseman, sophomore from Newville, Pennsylvania, number 3, Lauren Hurley. A defenseman, sophomore from Eldersburg, Maryland, number 5, Stacy Bechtel. A defenseman, junior from Wayne, Pennsylvania, number 6, Laura Stavetsky. A midfielder, senior from Orange, Virginia, number 13, Julie Brown. A forward, junior from Fairhaven, New Jersey, number 17, Kelly Finn. A freshman forward from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, number 19, Marceline Peak. A midfield junior from Westport, Massachusetts, number 20, Shannon McCarthy. A forward sophomore from Runston, New Jersey, number 21, Muriel Hunt. A defenseman, freshman from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, number 22, Morgan Ryan. And in goal, a sophomore from Reading, Pennsylvania, number 43, Darian Shooker. And I'm joined by Lindy Stetzler, a former Roanoke College field hockey alum. And how do you see this game, Lindy?
I actually think it's going to be one of the toughest matchups tonight that the Maroons have seen. EMU comes in at 2-2 in the ODAC and the same overall record as the Maroons at 3-8, whereas the Maroons are 2-3 in the ODAC. The big thing going for the Maroons is momentum. They're actually coming off a big win of Virginia Wesleyan, and if they can keep that offensive momentum going, especially from Piek, that will be fantastic and help benefit them moving forward throughout the game.
And we'll be back with the play-by-play and color commentary after the national anthem in just a moment. This is Roanoke College Field Hockey. Welcome back to Kerr Stadium as we're about ready to get underway. Brett Pelletier with Lindy Setzler. Going to get the field hockey game underway as Roanoke comes in with a record of 3-8, 2-3 in the ODAC, and Eastern Mennonite comes in with a record of 3-7 and 2-2 in the ODAC, and we're underway. Julie Brown playing it. And we have a whistle. And Roanoke's going to play it up the far side of the field. Have to bear with us because in the dark, these black on maroon numbers are hard to read. Shannon McCarthy playing it in the back.
That was a good attempt at a give and go, but it's got to be a little bit quicker and a little bit lower to the ground. We're a little vertical right now as we get started, warmed up here on this cold October night, but Maroons are going to get the restart here.
And that looks like Stacy Bechtel over there trying to play that one. And W&L is going to play the restart. Or Eastern Mennonite. Eastern Mennonite playing the restart. Yeah. Same school colors. I'll get the hang of it here. The Royals are in town. Marceline Peak playing it for Roanoke. Going down the far side. And Roanoke trying to send it in. We have a whistle. And Roanoke will get the restart.
Roanoke really wants to keep this momentum going. They had a nice little restart and move up the field by Peck. And hopefully this can generate some offense for them.
Roanoke playing it back now. Resetting. And it comes over to the near side to Shannon McCarthy. Trying to find Devin Huddleston. That's Lauren Hurley in the back. Over to Morgan Ryan. Ryan trying to bring it up. We have a whistle. Julie Brown's going to play the restart. Over to the far side to Eastern Mennonite.
The Maroons are doing a good job early on of not getting stuck on the right-hand side or the left-hand side of the field. They're trying to move it both ways to keep Eastern Mennonite moving front to back as well as left to right.
And we have a drive toward the goal and a save. And again, Roanoke trying to get a shot off in the box.
They were able to get a couple shots off there, and on this long corner here, or this long hit, they're going to want a quick restart and be able to generate either a corner or a good shot off of this.
And that was Sam Ferrer of Eastern Mennonite with the saves. And now Roanoke playing it back. And the ball being played back and forth in the midfield area on the far side. Again, numbers are hard to see all the way over there. Lindy, if you have better eyesight than I do, please feel free.
I'll try and chime in here. You know, both groups are doing a good job of applying ball pressure and moving the ball really well. So we'll see what Eastern Mennonite can get out of this little surge right here.
And Eastern Mennonite playing it down is knocked away by Roanoke. And Julie Brown's going to play it as Roanoke tries to get the ball back in their offensive end.
She's doing a great job with stick control here, and unfortunately just didn't quite see the field well enough on that nice little move she had, so EMU is going to regain possession.
Morgan Ryan helping Julie Brown in the back. Now Julie Brown leaves it for a teammate on the far side. And Roanoke trying to reset and bring the ball back up. And Eastern Mennonite's going to play it with the restart. And we have another whistle as Morgan Ryan was in there battling. And Morgan Ryan's going to get the restart for Roanoke. And she sends it up toward the midfield area, taken away by Eastern Mennonite. Roanoke playing up the far side of the field. 30-46 remaining in the first half, and there is no score. Eastern Mennonite now playing it in the back, and Julie Brown able to take it away and apply pressure. Roanoke again getting the ball toward Eastern Mennonite's defensive zone and their offensive zone.
Now it was a good idea to try and keep the ball moving left because EMU had actually shifted all the way to the right-hand side of the field here. But unfortunately she just was a little too far, and the defender recovered in the right place.
Shannon McCarthy back there helping her try to control the ball. Now Julie Brown plays it away from EMU. And Shannon McCarthy's going to get it down the near side. And we have a whistle, and it's a free play for Shannon McCarthy. And she sends it all the way down. Roanoke running after it.
That's that opportunity. It's going to be a no call. There wasn't really a foul there. It was a great ball, send forward, and really just speed versus speed. And the defender for EMU did a great job of getting in position, not fouling, as Roanoke tried to tap it around her.
And Shannon McCarthy puts it in front. Julie Brown trying to play it as they put pressure on the goal, and EMU comes out with it. Nice job defensively.
Actually, looks like the official called a corner there. The EMU defender came up with the ball clean, but then as she tried to clear the circle, she actually hit it into, can't quite see the number of the maroon there. So because she played it into her intentionally, it is a corner. So this will be an opportunity for the Maroons to be able to put the ball in play and numbers up situations, see if they can come up with a score.
And this looks like Marceline Peak with the penalty corner. She plays it in the middle.
They baited the defender. It wasn't a bad idea. They're still alive with it, still within that offensive range. Try and sending it forward, and Brown's going to keep it alive.
And Julie Brown on the far side of the box. And we have a call.
Be another corner. Once you're inside of that dash circle, automatically becomes a corner now. It's changed a little bit since I played, but it's to create more offensive opportunities.
And this is a penalty corner from the near side, and it will be Shannon McCarthy. And Shannon McCarthy puts it in play. And Marceline Peak on goal, and again
beautiful.
Tipped in. Roanoke takes a 1-0 lead with 28:20 remaining in the first half. And did you get a number on that?
I did not see a number on that, but I couldn't. That was a great deflection. Couldn't have been a better penalty corner execution if you asked for one. The stop was great, the dish was great, and the redirect in from the post was great. I want to say it was McCarthy who maybe stuck onto the post after she inserted the ball, but I'm not positive.
Well, we'll get a confirmation on that. Roanoke now playing it after the restart at midfield. I know Coach Banks has told me in the past she wanted to work on these penalty corners because in her mind, penalty corners need to result in goals.
And they did exactly that. That was great execution. And now, this is the most vulnerable time in field hockey. The first 5 minutes after someone scores, especially you, kind of on your heels, you're still a little excited, and the restart doesn't give you much time to calm down.
And Darian Shooker makes a nice save and kicks the ball out the side, and that goal indeed, good eyes by Lindy, was by Shannon McCarthy. So Roanoke leads 1-0 with 27:40 remaining in the first half. EMU playing it from the near side, and it's going to go out and be played in by Roanoke.
And EMU's made a nice little push here. They've shifted the ball to the middle to the right. They've kind of taken advantage of this high that Roanoke's going through right now, and now it's a matter of Roanoke can execute it out of the backfield.
And Shannon McCarthy's going to play it in. McCarthy trying to play it up, looking for Huddleston. And EMU trying to play it in front. Julie Brown battling for it. She gets her stick on it. Tries to get it out. And again, EMU playing it in front of Roanoke's goal. Trying to drive forward there. Roanoke trying to mark and defend.
That was a held whistle by the official for Eastern Mennonite going in 13. Santiago had some great stick skills going in, and the defenders just weren't quite in position here. So now it'll be a matter of whether Eastern Mennonite can execute on this or how well the Maroons defense can settle down and take charge.
And this is a penalty corner for Eastern Mennonite. And the ball's in play. Roanoke rushes out trying to defend. And the ball goes in front and goes wide of the goal. Darian Shooker alert there, but the shot went wide. And it'll be played in by Roanoke, and this is 16 feet in front of the net.
Mm-hmm. The 16-yard hit, good opportunity for a restart. It was a great corner. Roanoke almost lucked out a little bit, and that first corner of the night's always a little sloppy no matter who you are. So it'll be interesting to see what happens from this point forward.
And Morgan Ryan plays it down, and it comes to Shannon McCarthy and goes out. It's going to be played in by Eastern Mennonite. And now Eastern Mennonite again trying to put pressure on Roanoke. Roanoke trying to get back and defend. And we have
just outside the circle, so another restart, but she didn't give them the opportunity to get 5 yards. It's kind of one of those problems with this new rule here where you don't have to be having a set restart, but you still got to give people the opportunity to move.
And Roanoke plays it out, trying to play it out of their defensive zone. And we have another whistle, and Eastern Mennonite's going to play it.
Yeah, a little bit of miss hit, and here EMU comes out. I think this is their stronger suit, to be in the center of the field and really attack forward that way. And luckily, the Maroons just got bailed out on that situation that the girl kind of kicked it in a little bit, it looked like. So
got to put it in with the stick and not the foot.
Exactly. Ice hockey rules are a little different than field hockey rules here.
Roanoke now trying to play it down the far side of the field and reverse field and get the ball in their offensive end. Playing it nicely. This is Marceline Peak trying to poke it ahead. And we have a free play for Roanoke over on the far side. Roanoke is now reverse field, and they have the ball in their offensive end. And we're about outside that box you talked about, Lindy, the first 5 minutes after you score.
And here we go. And the Maroons are making that push again. They're doing a great job. They've kind of held strong. But once again, if I'm Coach Banks, I'm wanting us, the Maroons to keep the ball away from the middle of the field. That seems to be where Eastern Mennonite is strongest.
And that was another nice save by Sam Farrar of Eastern Mennonite. And Eastern Mennonite now driving the ball down toward the offensive end. Huddleston trying to get back and defend it.
That was great defense there, and I want to say that was Johnson, but once again struggling with the numbers. She stepped up, moved over off of her mark, and was able to come up with the ball. And
Morgan Ryan playing it 16 yards in front of the Roanoke net, trying to look for Huddleston. Comes on the stick of the Eastern Mennonite player, and that's number 3, Michelle Zook, with it. And Eastern Mennonite trying to pressure Roanoke. Julie Brown trying to defend. Julie Brown playing nicely there. And Roanoke knocks the ball down in front and clears it out.
That was good pressure defense, and it looks like, Roanoke's going to come up on top. They're trying to get this fast break out of here. Ooh. You just can't do that. It's a bad habit, hard to break, to want to tackle back like that. But
nice drive that time by Peak and Huddleston. Now it comes back to Lauren Hurley. Hurley after it. She plays it nicely. Trying to leave it for Shannon McCarthy, and it goes out. It's going to be played in by Eastern Mennonite. 22:58 remaining in the first half. 1-0 Roanoke.
So here Eastern Mennonite goes, and looks like 13, Santiago, she really is one that makes them tick. So in the Maroons, I'm almost trying to force the ball to the outside and let number 10, Derstein, carry the ball up the field.
Shannon McCarthy with it, trying to get it. It's taken away by number 8, Jessica Blanks of Eastern Mennonite. And Eastern Mennonite now trying to pressure Roanoke. Roanoke plays it out. Down the near side to Huddleston. And Eastern Mennonite pokes it away. Now they're trying to put pressure on Roanoke. Darian Shooker in the back, paying attention.
That's a nice cross, and nice job by the goalie to get side to side from Roanoke. It was a great shot on goal, good feed from Eastern Mennonite. Couldn't ask for a better opportunity. Defensively, the Maroons need to get back, and there seemed to be a loss of communication in terms of whose mark that actually was.
And as she said, the ball went across the face, and Darian Shooker very quickly from the left side of the goal to the right corner and kicked that save out of there. And Roanoke is now playing it down the far side of the field. And Lindy's learning the same lesson that I learned, which is when you're up in this press box, the numbers are hard to see when they're all the way over to the other side in front of the benches. Julie Brown trying to battle and play it. Morgan Ryan in there.
That's a great step up by the defender, and see if the Maroons can make a surge off of this. Got to look to get it out wide again. I think that seems to be where their success is.
And Julie Brown tried to get it to Huddleston.
That was good defensive recover, I want to say, by Lehman. For Eastern Mennonite, she really maintained that and kept that from being a 3-on-1 versus the goalie.
And again down the wide side. Roanoke getting it in the box. And it comes out through and all the way across.
And that's a great cross. It's just a matter of someone getting a stick on it. So it works out well for Eastern Mennonite here. Maybe they can stop a little bit of the Maroons' pressure.
And the ball being played down on the turf now by Eastern Mennonite. Huddleston after it. And quickly Eastern Mennonite up the field. Now in the midfield area. Stacy Bechtel over there trying to mark. The ball goes out. And it's going to be a free hit for Roanoke back the other way. And Eastern Mennonite quickly plays that. Sends it up.
Now here the Maroon defense and midfielders need to drop hard, give them an opportunity, especially watch Santiago up here at the top for Eastern Mennonite. She's kind of hanging back right now, but it's a 2v2 situation, okay? It's going to turn into a goalie because we couldn't get our feet out of the way, which happens when you're recovering.
So we have a penalty corner for Eastern Mennonite. And that looks like number 2, Carol Brinkley, taking the penalty corner. Again, that's the far side of the field, so I need to go see my eye doctor about a stronger prescription.
I think I do too. Santiago, and she dishes it left, and it's right there. Nice save by Darian. Another shot, and just wide. Well-executed penalty corner. Eastern Mennonite definitely had their opportunity, and now Roanoke's going to go for a quick restart and bring it up the right-hand side of the field.
And again, Darian Shooker playing very strong so far in goal in the first 16 minutes of this game. 19 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-0 Roanoke. Julie Brown playing the ball in the midfield area, trying to drive it toward, looking for Huddleston. And Huddleston, the pass went behind her, and she had to turn all the way around, so it ends up on an Eastern Mennonite stick and comes down the near side. And it's going to be played in by Roanoke. And this is going to be Shannon McCarthy. McCarthy playing it in and sending it all the way down.
Oh, great spot, great field vision, and great cut by Piak to be able to see that. She kept the ball in front of her, received it nice, tried to turn. The defender poked it away, but ended up coming out with the foul.
And Marceline Peak with the play. Marceline now with it again, trying to center it in the middle of the box. And it's knocked out defensively by Eastern Mennonite and will be played in by Roanoke. And we have Roanoke driving it toward the goal again. And it's going to be a play by Eastern Mennonite, 16 yards in front of their goal.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Maroons just kind of ran out of some real estate down there on the end line.
And Eastern Mennonite immediately hits it out. Huddleston's going to play it in for Roanoke, and she tries to play it into Shannon McCarthy. Shannon gets her stick on it, and again it goes out off an Eastern Mennonite stick, and Roanoke's going to play it in, and this is Shannon McCarthy, and she's going to play it back toward Morgan Ryan. And Roanoke playing it back. Stacy Bechtel trying to reverse field over to the far side.
It was a good switch fields, good opportunity to kind of shift things a little bit better because Eastern Mennonite had definitely been pushing up their right side, our left side of the field.
Shannon McCarthy with it now in the middle. Roanoke trying to set up for a shot on goal. And that's Huddleston on the near side. Huddleston battling around the Eastern Mennonite defense.
It's going to be a long hit, which is good. It was a great move by Huddleston. She really was trying to make that effort to be able to go end line and then kind of dish it to what we used to call the sweet spot, the middle of the goal, for someone to come in and finish it.
Oh, I'm sure that's still the sweet spot.
I'm sure
the middle
it
of the goal.
is. Just depends on the year.
Unless they're playing with some sort of artificial sweetness. It might be
And here Eastern Mennonite, once again, they brought it up the middle of the field, and that really seems to be their strong suit here in terms of getting an offense going. Darian with the clear out wide, but the Maroon defense hasn't quite recovered yet, and here they come. And another great save by Darian. It's going to force a long hit, which is really lucky for the Maroons. It didn't turn into a penalty corner situation.
Again, Darian Shooker playing very strong the first 19 minutes in goal for Roanoke. 16:06 remaining in the first half, 1-0 Roanoke. And we have a whistle. And
went off her foot a little bit. She was a little flat-footed. Nothing bad about that. It was outside the hash, so it wasn't a penalty corner. It looks like McCarthy's come up with the ball anyways, and she's trying to redirect the field here a little bit and shift.
Is this the fastest game in the world for resumption of play after whistles? That's
They've
what I
tried
wonder.
to change it. You know, when I was a kid, when I played, you couldn't restart like that. It wasn't until about 2 years after I graduated that they made the rule that you could restart. And it's really just taken to the high school level that you can restart this way. And the idea is people felt there were too many whistles, so it slowed the game down by having to wait for everyone to set up and kind of move forward.
Morgan Ryan played that ball out 16 yards in front of Roanoke's goal, and there's a long hit down, and Marceline Peak is after it. Shannon McCarthy getting back to defend and mark EMU. And there's a great play by Shannon McCarthy. Getting in that passing lane, intercepting it again, set up for Marceline Peak, and she can't quite get behind EMU's defense.
You know, Shannon McCarthy's definitely doing a great job. You know, I give these midfielders credit. They're really pushing the offensive and the forwards forward. That's one of the toughest jobs of being a midi. You got to be back for the defenders, and you got to push the offense forward. Otherwise, you struggle to kind of create any offense in itself.
The ball stays kind of in the midfield area and goes back and forth.
It does, and you just camp out and pray for dear life that it's not going to be that long of a game. So, and here comes EMU.
Again, EMU sending it wide. Shooker getting over. Ball goes in front. Goes all the way across the net.
And that was great defense by the Maroons. You did have Santiago in that sweet spot that we were talking about earlier for the Maroons, and EMU tried to execute that, and both defenders came, so it allowed Shooker to be able to defend the ball and everyone else to be able to defend the pass.
And EMU is playing it out in the midfield area now. Trying to drive it back toward the box in the offensive area. There's a good step up by Shannon McCarthy.
She really just is everywhere tonight. I'm very impressed.
And she sends a long pass up the far side. Looking for a little teammate help there. They couldn't quite get to it. Julie Brown now back competing for it in the midfield area. And again, Shannon McCarthy with a step up after the ball.
You've got Camille Williams with Eastern Mennonite who stepped up into the midfield, really trying to dish the ball, and has given Eastern Mennonite the advantage here. They're going to take a free hit right outside the circle. So this is that opportunity to see if Eastern Mennonite can come up with a deflection to create some kind of offense. Send it back to Molly Lehman, I believe.
And we have a whistle and free hit for Roanoke, and Roanoke's going to try to turn the field and get the ball over to their offensive side. Marceline Peak in there.
She was able to create the foul. You know, she tried to eliminate her defender afterwards and got the defender out of position, but still couldn't come up with the ball, but got the foul instead.
And again, Shannon McCarthy with that long hit, sending it down deep in the offensive zone for Roanoke. And the ball goes out and is going to be played in by Shannon McCarthy. 12:24 remaining in the first half, 1-0 Roanoke. McCarthy playing down the near side. And Eastern Mennonite plays it away. Comes back to Morgan Ryan. Morgan Ryan trying to get it over to Julie Brown, and I think Roanoke might reverse field here. Julie Brown coming right down the middle. Nice stick handling.
That's great, and here's another opportunity for a quick restart. A good opportunity to set up your offense. The official wants it back by the 25-yard line a little bit more than what Julianne had planned.
And the Eastern Mennonite plays it away from Julianne Brown. And now they're setting up toward the middle of the field. Roanoke getting back defensively. Morgan Ryan in there competing for it. Shannon McCarthy came back to help out. And Morgan Ryan now has it in the midfield area. And she's looking for teammates down the field. Marceline Peak providing an opportunity for somebody to get her the ball.
She went to eliminate and didn't realize that two Eastern Mennonite defenders had recovered to that area. Wasn't a bad move, but then as she poked across, that's where the foul occurred to give Eastern Mennonite the restart here.
And Shannon McCarthy again trying to poke the ball away from Eastern Mennonite. The ball comes to the midfield area. Kelly Finn with it. First time we've been able to call her name this evening. Kelly Finn's had a great year so far for Roanoke. And again, Shannon McCarthy trying to send that long ball in. It comes high. Marceline Peak after it. Eastern Mennonite recovers. Julie Brown after it. Roanoke really is trying to compete defensively.
They are. They're pressuring everything, and that's the key. You don't ever really want to give a team that opportunity to be able to run. As soon as you do that, you're back on your heels from the get-go.
And we have the ball down the far side now. Eastern Mennonite deep in the goal zone, going after Darian Shooker. Roanoke trying to get it out.
Looks like it was a foul on the end line on the Maroons, so we're going to have a penalty corner situation for Eastern Mennonite. You know, and once again, they were trying to carry it that end line and then drop it back to that sweet spot, almost the 7-yard marker, the stroke line for a shot.
And Roanoke comes out trying to play it. It goes wide.
And it was off the post, or that's what we call the term of that particular defender during the penalty corner, the weak side's stick. So it is going to be a long hit for Eastern Mennonite. Gives the opportunity for the defense to reset here.
Eastern Mennonite trying to play it in, and Huddleston trying to play it out for Roanoke. And again, another long hit for Eastern Mennonite. And they quickly restart.
The Maroons are able to come out with it, which is a good restart. You don't want to get stuck in that corner there for too long.
And Roanoke's going to play it out. 16 yards in front of the goal. Tried to get it to Huddleston. Eastern Mennonite reclaims it. Roanoke getting back. Morgan Ryan clearing it out wide. They were looking in the middle there for Marceline Peak. Julie Brown competing for the ball.
Oh, and what a great defensive play.
Stacy Bechtel, I believe that is.
Okay, I was going to say, I can't quite see her number all the way over there, but she was strong, composed, and gave the Maroons this opportunity for this restart and almost a break here we got going, led by Huddleston and Peak.
And Brown trying to help Huddleston out. Julie Brown with it. And I believe this is Kelly Finn coming down the far side.
Just hang on to the ball. She made a great decision, able to force the foul. And here's hopefully a quick restart and scoring opportunity for the Maroons.
And Julie Brown playing it out front. And Eastern Mennonite able to knock it away. And Shannon McCarthy after it in the midfield area. Actually, that's Morgan Ryan. My mistake. Shannon McCarthy's down the near side. Morgan Ryan tried to send it in. Comes back out to Julie Brown. She tried to play it back to Morgan Ryan. And they're going to reverse field now. Kelly Finn stepping up to try to help out as the ball comes to Eastern Mennonite. 7:47 remaining in the first half. Score remains 1-0 Roanoke.
There's still good pressure going on by the Maroons, but Eastern Mennonite's able to hold these triangles to pass with, so they're able to get out of those pressure situations.
And it's played in by Roanoke as they try to put some pressure on Eastern Mennonite's defense. And we have a free play for Eastern Mennonite in the midfield area. Now Roanoke trying to get back and reverse the ball. And again, a free play for Eastern Mennonite. Roanoke up the challenge. Julie Brown after it. And again, Roanoke competing great on the defensive end. That was Morgan Ryan.
They really are. There's a stick in every. They're contesting every move that Eastern Mennonite makes. You can't ask for better things. They just got to be able to hold strong and keep pushing through these last couple of minutes. These last 7 minutes in the first half.
And again, Roanoke able to push up toward the goal box. Eastern Mennonite controlling the ball. Roanoke trying to pressure. Julie Brown gets a hit on it.
That was a great idea. She's trying to feed Peck to be able to move forward, also be across, so maybe Peck wouldn't necessarily get a shot, be able to redirect it to Huddleston on the left-hand side of the post there.
And it's set all the way down by Eastern Mennonite. Let's see if Roanoke can get back this time. Peak and Huddleston after it. Huddleston plays it out, looking for Julie Brown. Julie Brown able to control it and turn. Get the ball up toward the midfield area. Roanoke again driving the ball down. Again on that far side. That looks like Kelly Finn over there. Finn trying to control it.
And right to Peck, and here we go. She's got a man-up situation if she can dish it to the right spot.
Nice try to shot there. Looking for Huddleston.
Yeah, and it was a good save. It was a great opportunity. Inferior came up with a save, so now we've got a long hit. And definitely, number 3, Lauren Hurley started that back at the Maroons 16-yard line.
The Maroons again trying to play it out and play it toward the goal, and Eastern Mennonite trying to clear it out. And this is Kelly Finn. And she leaves it back, and the Maroons try to get a shot on it.
That wasn't a bad option at all. The only situation would have been better is a shot on goal instead of the foul or penalty corner. But it was a good idea going into the circle. And
this is a very even game so far. The Maroons and the Royals. Julie Brown tries to make a nice play, but she's whistled. I guess they thought that play was a little bit aggressive.
A little aggressive. She's almost got to come in front and not come behind to be able to make that play. It was a good thought. It slowed the play down. Santiago looked like she was going to get ahead of steam up, and, as the top scorer on the opposite team, that's never necessarily a good thing.
Shannon McCarthy trying to play it, and Eastern Mennonite gets it away. And now they're getting toward the Roanoke goal, and I think Morgan Ryan took one off a finger.
She did. It rolled right up her stick. She was trying to get her stick in there, and the girl sent it in for Eastern Mennonite. It was a great shot, and luckily it went wide because Eastern Mennonite did have the man-up situation going into the circle.
And the one of the things that was explained to me in August is it never feels good when the ball goes off the body.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hockey.
And it never goes away. It's amazing how quickly that feeling comes back. It was off a foot. It was Eastern Mennonite's advantage. Typically, if it's in the middle of the field, the officials will hold the whistle for a little bit longer. But once you get inside that circle, they're pretty quick to blow the penalty corner.
And we have a penalty corner for Eastern Mennonite. So we'll see how Roanoke plays this defensively. Julie Brown in the back helping Darian Shooker.
It was a tough feed off the top to Santiago, and luckily the defense is able to get back, but they still can't quite settle the ball.
And we have another whistle, and Roanoke's going to play it 16 yards in front of their goal. And this looks like Shannon McCarthy.
Santiago's putting pressure on it. It's going out wide. Okay. And they're saying it's tipped, which looks out for the Maroons. Good call by Darian Schuker in the goal. She saw that, and she wanted to make sure it wasn't going to become a long hit for Eastern Mennonite.
And this is played by Marceline Peak. Peak able to turn nicely and get the ball in the midfield area. Almost got the ball behind Eastern Mennonite's defense.
That was a strong play for Bethany Hench, number 12 of Eastern Mennonite, and she really started the push. And once again, it surprises me that they are making as much of a push up the middle as Eastern Mennonite is. It's uncommon in field hockey. Typically, you want to play the ball wide.
Well, again, as you say, that one goes a little bit wide, but again, a nice save by Darian Shooker. Darian Shooker playing really strong in goal in this first half for Roanoke, keeping Eastern Mennonite off the board. Ball comes out wide, and it's going to be played in 16 yards in front of the goal by Roanoke. And they play it back. Now trying to come down the far side and reverse field and get the ball in their offensive end.
Looks like they ran out of room. Tough to see those black lines on the far side here from the press box, but
and both teams battling for the ball over on the far side. And it goes out off Eastern Mennonite. Roanoke's going to play it. Eastern Mennonite trying to keep a lot of pressure on Roanoke. Roanoke trying to keep the ball out. There's a long hit for Eastern Mennonite, and again we're
back in that middle of the field as they're trying to make that push into the circle here. Santiago with a restart for Eastern Mennonite. The Maroons got bailed out, in my opinion, there by the call. It was a good call. Nothing wrong with it. It was a foul, but defensively we were a little out of position there.
Approaching 1 minute in the first half, and it's 1-0 Roanoke, as again, Eastern Mennonite's trying to continue that push.
And this is one of those opportunities, the 1 minute mark, especially at the end of the half. You want to get outside of that window. You want to be above this hash, because this dotted circle hash, because you cannot end on a penalty corner.
And Roanoke was able to get the ball out. And they're going to play it in, free hit, and that looks like Kelly Finn.
Oh.
And she leaves it back for Stacy Bechtel. And Eastern Mennonite playing it down. 37 seconds remaining in the first half. Julie Brown makes a nice play.
She does it. She's trying to redirect it wide here, it looks like, which is a good decision. McCarty's going to step up. Hopefully they can get an offense going here to end the half.
Huddleston trying to help out. Marceline Peak in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 15 seconds remaining in the half.
Eastern Mennonites got the advantage on the restart here, and they're trying to get that quick restart off. Look for the long ball here.
And we reach halftime, and Roanoke is leading 1-0. And Lindy and I will be back with the second half and halftime stats in a moment. This is Roanoke College Field Hockey. Welcome back to Kerr Stadium, and I'm going to let Lindy go over the halftime stats because she's played this sports before, so that makes it easier.
Well, thank you very much. So as we start the second half, the first half, the Maroons started out with 4 shots on goal, 1 goal and 1 assist. And the goal, of course, came early on, 6:28 into the game by Shannon McCarty with the assist from Marceline Pieck. And it was a goal off a corner, great redirection, well executed. But Pieck had 2 shots on goal and 1 assist. And McCarty had a shot on goal and obviously the goal. And then also you have number 21, Marielle Hunt, who had 2 shots on goal to help the Maroon offense as well. Darian Shucker, who did a great job in the first half for the Maroons, also had 2 saves and kind of forced some shots wide of herself as well. And Eastern Mennonite, Sam Fear in the cage for them had 3 saves. Carol Brinkley with 1 shot. Jessica Blanks with 1 shot and a shot on goal. And, of course, that just means that it actually went on goal and not just wide of the net, in case you were wondering. Number 10, Durstein, had 2 shots. Santiago with a shot. And Melissa Cox with a shot and a shot on goal. So the Maroons are walking in with, I believe it's 5 shots and 5 shots on goal, whereas Eastern Mennonite comes in the second half with 6 shots, but only 2 of those are actually on goal or the net themselves. So get ready to start the second half. Eastern Mennonite will have the ball. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made going into the second half.
And Eastern Mennonite puts the ball down, and we're now in play. The ball goes back over to the far side. Eastern Mennonite playing it, trying to send it up the field and get a run at the cage. And we have a free hit for Roanoke.
Just why it looks like Eastern Mennonite maybe talked a little bit about applying pressure and really working on your possession skills, valuing the ball each time you have it on your stick. But the Maroons have come out with it outside of the 25 here.
Stacy Bechtel tried to send a long ball down, and it was deflected. Bechtel has it back, and she'll play it back. And the ball is taken off the young woman's stick for Roanoke, and now it comes back to Stacy Bechtel. And Lindy, what do you see so far this half?
Right now it looks like Eastern Mennonite's really applying the pressure here. Maroons a little bit back on their heel, and it is tough to come. This is probably the first night it's been a little cool to play, and it's a little tough out of the 10-minute halftime to get going. The other thing is Eastern Mennonite's trying to keep it wide this half, where they really had most of their success in the middle of the field in the first half.
Roanoke quickly trying to play it up the center. Marceline Peak over to
Marielle Hunt. Marielle Hunt just got a little turned around. Almost looked like she wasn't sure whether Peak was going to keep the ball on her stick and try and run with it or dish the ball.
And Julie Brown dishes it to Kelly Finn. And Finn's going to keep it on her stick for 10 or 15 yards. There's a free hit for Eastern Mennonite that goes all the way down and out. And it's going to be played in by Roanoke Stacy Bechtel.
And it looks like Eastern Mennonite's trying to create a fast break for themselves by carrying the ball and then giving the long hit up the field for someone to run onto, almost to catch the Maroon defense off guard a little bit.
And Eastern Mennonite now playing it kind of in front of Roanoke's cage, and Julie Brown is able to get that out and reverse it to Huddleston. And now it comes to Marceline Peak, and Marceline Peak is trying to get around the Eastern Mennonite defense.
And 12 did a great job there from Eastern Mennonite Bethany Hench, forcing it into three's stick for Zook and off of Pieck. But the Maroons are able to come back up with the ball and still maintain it on their offensive side of the 50. Got it down there in our defensive 25 for the Maroons.
And Eastern Mennonite again trying to get a shot on, and Roanoke trying to get the ball out, marking and defending well. And it's going to be a long hit for Eastern Mennonite.
You know, once again, Eastern Mennonite's really sticking strong to that idea. If we can't get the shot right off the top of the net, we're going to carry it end line. That's good call, good decision by Piek. She was able to force it into the Eastern Mennonite's foot for the restart here.
And Roanoke now playing it out. And this is Muriel Hunt. And the ball goes back over to Eastern Mennonite as they send it down the middle and get that pass past Marceline Peak. And
looks like it went wide, but the Roanoke, Lauren Hurley there got her stick in the way, so it's going to be a long hit for Eastern Mennonite.
And we have a substitution coming in for Muriel Hunt. Again, these numbers are really hard to read.
16, looks like Allison Denton is in the game for the Maroons.
And last home game, Allison Denton had a hat trick for the Maroons. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Allison Denton with a hat trick against Sweetbriar. And then their next game on the road against Virginia Wesleyan, Marceline Peak was able to have a hat trick as they also won that contest.
It's very impressive. 2 hat tricks in a row. Peak sends the ball up the field. Kelly Finn trying to feed Allison Denton.
Julie Brown trying to get back and compete. It's a free play for the stick of Julie Brown. And this goes to Allison Denton. Trying to send it to Kelly Finn. This hits it a little bit. Now she gets it over to Kelly Finn, and Kelly Finn's going to keep it on her stick for a while. And she tried to send it down to Julie Brown.
That was a good idea, and the Maroons actually were in great position there. Just kind of ran out of real estate a little bit on the sideline.
28:55 remaining in the second half. It remains 1-0 Roanoke as they reverse the ball. Eastern Mennonite now coming up.
That's going to be a high ball, so it'll be Maroons ball.
And again, it looks like it caught somebody in the forearm. So
it did. I think that was probably better than the face. It looked like it was a defense there.
It's good though, Lindy. I'm proud of you. I haven't seen you flinch once when you've seen the ball go off somebody's skin.
I think it's more because I'm up in the press box. If I was down on the field, it might be a little bit more of a natural reaction. But
and Roanoke playing in with a long hit, trying to get it in front of the net there for a possible shot on the cage.
Great pressure and persistence by Allison Denton. She was really trying to get something going. She really tried to look for the redirection.
So it looks like a good move at this point for Coach Banks to get Denton's legs in the game and give Muriel Hunt a break. As we go back down the far side, trying to put it in the middle to Allison Denton.
She creates the penalty corner, so here's a great first opportunity for the Maroons to get a good shot off and hopefully execute as well as they did on their last penalty corner.
And we'll see who takes this.
Looks like it's going to be Shannon McCarthy.
And we'll see who she tries to leave it for. Leaves it down the near side. They feed it back to her. And there's a shot toward the goal and a try to deflection and a nice kick-out save by Sam Farrar.
And that still, it wasn't a goal, but it was very well executed. The Maroons kept their cool. They got a great shot opportunity off that. They even shifted Eastern Mennonite's defense over.
Stacy Bechtel able to defend that play and get the ball on the stick of Julianne Brown. And Julie Brown leaves it back for Stacy Bechtel. Now to Kelly Finn. And Stacy Bechtel sends it down.
Allison Denton's right up there in the mix again, trying to create something.
And we have a whistle, and the ball's going to go for a free hit for Eastern Mennonite.
The official doesn't really like the start point. There's a little hesitation there.
Stacy Bechtel again strongly trying to defend the near side of the field. Getting help. Kelly Finn in there trying to help on the near side. Julie Brown after it. As Eastern Mennonite now goes to the far side of the field.
And while they've still made that move at the far side, they're still very narrow. You'll notice those 2/3, each third on the outside, still pretty wide open for Eastern Mennonite.
Lauren Hurley and Huddleston over there trying to defend. And Roanoke sends the ball out toward the midfield area. Allison Denton again, aggressively playing.
She's been a nice little jump start since Coach Banks put her in, really pressuring the ball the way they were in the first half, kind of getting everyone else to go along with her.
And the ball goes in front toward Darian Shooker. And again, she's able to play it away. And again, they're trying to cross it in front of the cage, and it goes out behind.
That was a great defensive play by Darian Shooker.
24:48 to go in the second half. Still 1-0 Roanoke. Shannon McCarthy is going to play the free hit. And Roanoke trying to battle it out of that corner, and Eastern Mennonite with a nice step up. And we have a whistle.
Looks like it's Eastern Mennonites going inside the circle here. It'll be a quick restart with Santiago, and great defense by Allison Denton. She's able to have the ball forced there by her defender. Devin Huddleston. Laura Stravitsky forced her right into Denton's stick, and they're able to get a quick restart.
And there's the restart as Kelly Finn leaves it for Stacy Bechtel, who tries a nice diagonal pass toward the center of field toward Julie Brown. And it goes off Brown's stick and back into the possession of Eastern Mennonite. And now Roanoke playing in the back. That looked like Lauren Hurley playing it out to Julie Brown. Again, these black uniforms with the dark maroon numbers, they're hard to see. And I'm glad Lindy's come up here with me because now we have two sets of eyes.
And Shannon McCarthy did a great job of stepping over after Brown went over to pressure the ball and really gave the Maroons this opportunity as they go up the field. And Denton feeds Finn, and it's just a little out of reach, so it's going to be Eastern Mennonite's 16-yard hit.
And nice idea by Allison Denton that time, looking for Kelly Finn. Kelly Finn, one of the stronger goal scorers on the Roanoke squad. Stacy Bechtel back battling the ball away from Eastern Mennonite. Eastern Mennonite comes up with it. Now they're trying to send it in. Roanoke's defense trying to get back and mark. And there's a great play by Lauren Hurley.
She did a great job. That could have been an easy one-on-one situation. And I guarantee you that Darian's out there talking her through it because Hurley definitely forced her wide and created the free hit out wide outside of the circle for Eastern Mennonite versus the penalty corner or the shot on goal.
And we have Marceline Peak coming down the far side of the field. Peak, and we have a whistle.
Which surprises me because she had the advantage going in. So typically that would be a hold on it. But the Maroons look like they're going to make a move to take advantage on it either way and still get the call.
Again, they want the ball moved back before the play resumes. Shannon McCarthy.
Well, looks like she's going to get the ball where she tried to start the first time there. Went off Santiago's foot.
Shannon McCarthy with it, trying to leave it for Julie Brown. Julie Brown kicks it out the outside. Kelly Finn trying to play it in the middle. Roanoke has the ball in front of the cage, and we have a whistle, and it's going to be a 16-yard hit for Eastern Mennonite.
Here's that quick restart, and this is where the Maroons have to get back here. Hurley does a great job forcing it wide, which will actually, even though the ball goes out of bounds, it's going to give her teammates time to transition back on that. So, see here with Eastern Mennonite on the restart.
And they send it in.
It's off the end line, so it looks like it's going to be a long hit for Eastern Mennonite.
And here comes the long hit. Young lady trying to carry the ball in. Stacy Bechtel back there defending. And again, we're going to get a long hit.
Hurley tries to send it out here, and this is a good opportunity for the Maroons to get going. Sometimes you get in that corner. It's really tough to get out of the corner of the field. It's almost essentially called the dead 10 yards of the field because you're just kind of sucked in there.
And a whistle and free play for Eastern Mennonite. Roanoke needs to turn around and defend. Kelly Finn trying to put her stick in there. And we have another whistle and another free play for Eastern Mennonite. Julie Brown stepping up, getting the ball away, playing down the far side. Looks like Lauren Hurley over there to help her. Back to Julie Brown and off the stick into Eastern Mennonite. And Roanoke again trying to get it out of that corner.
Eastern Mennonite's going to carry it down, and here we are. We've got 19 minutes left, and Eastern Mennonite has really put a push on this half. A little different than what we saw last half, but the Maroons are hanging tough. It's just a matter we got to get a little rhythm going the other end, I think, here. Give our defense a little bit of a break.
As Lindy said, 19:20 remaining in the second half. Still 1-0 Roanoke as they're trying to get the ball out of their defensive end. And they send it down the wide side. Marceline Peak trying to get out ahead. Send the ball down. Looks like Kelly Finn was trying to cheat long there. Get the ball behind their defense.
She was ready for it, and the Maroons are doing a great job here with ball control, really trying to make a nice attack forward outside of their defensive 50 as Eastern Mennonite continues this push.
And another long hit for Eastern Mennonite. They try to play it in the box area toward the cage. And the ball goes wide of Darian Shooker and stays out of the cage. And now Roanoke trying to play it down the near side and send it out.
You know, and they did a great job forcing that wide, but a little bit of luck. You know, I think it's almost harder to hit the post like the girl from Eastern Mennonite did versus actually getting the ball in the back of the net.
And Julie Brown playing it out in the midfield area. And sent out wide. That looked like Allison Denton over there. And Eastern Mennonite again able to keep pressure on and get a free hit there. As play again resumes quickly. Eastern Mennonite sending it
actually
out the
goes
back.
In the cage, but you got to remember sometimes scares people a little bit here. It's got to be touched by a player inside the 16-yard. So careful how that goes. There have been some instances where their defender sticks their stick on the ball and it goes in the cage. It still counts. And the credit's given to the last offensive player that touched the ball.
Roanoke again trying to play it down. Kelly Finn. And we have a whistle. And Bethany Hinch made a nice play there for Eastern Mennonite.
Once again, that shot outside the goal, you know, I think the goalkeeper, Darian's got a little bit better eyesight than I do. that shot comes in and where it's coming in from.
Well, I have to say, if the ball hitting my skin hurt that bad, I'd be watching for it too.
Yeah. Just because all the goalies have those pads on doesn't mean it's necessarily a better, doesn't hurt as much.
And the ball goes out the far side. It's going to be played in by Eastern Mennonite as Roanoke played a long hit down diagonally that time. Roanoke again. Really battling for it. Kelly Finn got in there that time. They try to reverse it. Julie Brown trying to get back and play it. Julie Brown trying to get after it again. Trying to stay on the stick of the Eastern Mennonite player. And they send it in.
That was good. It was elevated into the player. That's just a safety thing more than anything else. So Roanoke hopefully comes up a little short as the Eastern Mennonite midfielder there comes up with the ball and tries to send it in.
And Marceline Peak with it, and she gets it out. Marceline Peak.
She's doing a great job. You know, she eliminated 2 players there, really started the fast break, and it's amazing how quickly she changes the momentum as she receives the ball very well in her, we used to call it the reception box there, and moves forward.
Stacy Bechtel's going to play it down the near side to Kelly Finn. Kelly Finn trying to drive in on the Eastern Mennonite cage.
You know, that was interesting. You saw Denton point out wide. She was going out wide to create space for Finn to either go in or dish her the ball as the Maroons still control the ball in their offensive 25.
Stacy Bechtel trying to leave it for Allison Denton, and the ball gets away, and it's played back by Eastern Mennonite. 14:50 remaining in the second half, 1-0 Roanoke. And we have another whistle, and it's a free play for Roanoke. And that's Stacy Bechtel. Marceline Peak toward the middle. Gets a shot off. It goes high and wide of the goal.
That was a great reverse chip. You know, she really wasn't that far off. So it's a shot and it's wide, but it's hopefully momentum that'll keep the Maroons down on this offensive 50.
Allison Denton trying to pressure the ball. Julie Brown up to help out. And now the ball is reversed to the wide side, and Lauren Hurley gets over there. And again, they're trying to play it through. That looks like Morgan Ryan in the back playing it.
And one thing that the Maroons haven't done as well this half that Eastern Mennonite's doing well is they're moving front to back as well as left to right. The Maroons did a great job of that the first half, and they've done it a little bit here in the second half, but just haven't quite had the momentum as before.
And the ball's down on the field and headed up toward the Roanoke offensive end. And Roanoke's going to get a free hit this time.
McCarthy's doing a great job of really pushing the ball forward, keeping everything in front of her. And that's that tough job of the midfield again. And let's see if Maroons can make the switch. Fortunately, not the case as Santiago kind of picks the ball off in the move of the reverse here.
You could definitely see watching her play for about 50 minutes here why Santiago's their leading scorer.
Yeah, she makes them tick. There's no doubt about it. She creates a lot for them, and her foot speed is remarkable. She's able to sneak up on people and just pick the ball off at just the right time.
And again, Eastern Mennonite's going to play a long hit from the near side. Roanoke trying to mark, defend, and get the ball out. Ball goes in front. Darian Shooker paying attention. Ball goes out across the cage. And Roanoke's going to play it 16 yards in front of the goal.
Here they go with this quick restart again, and hopefully they can move this up the left-hand side of the field and take advantage of that, being the weak side, so to speak, of Eastern Mennonite or any team. It's not just one team or the other.
So there's a strong side and a weak side as opposed to a left or right.
Right. Your strong side is to the right side of the field as a defender. Your weak side's the left side, just because you can only use the flat side of your stick. So you would have to go what's called reverse to be able to defend that and keep the ball in front or get your feet around. A little bit of chaos in front of the cage, and Darian comes up with a great save for the Maroons. But Eastern Mennonite still has the ball, keeps it alive. Great defense. So it's strong, kept their composure, a little bit of shifting in who they marked there, but the Maroons were able to come up with the ball. It looks like Coach Banks is calling a timeout here to maybe get the Maroons back on track for the last 11 minutes of the game.
And I saw great defense along with Shooker from Stacy Bechtel.
Yes.
As that ball went in front of the cage.
They were very well composed, and they did a great job. And, you know, it's tough being in the press box. You can't always hear the communication down on the field. But Shooker stayed composed, and she trusted her defense enough that once she made that save, she knew the defender had moved to the center of the cage and was able to redirect the ball off her pads out into the foot of Eastern Mennonite, which gives the Maroons a free hit, an opportunity to settle and hopefully make a push forward in the last 11 minutes.
Well, we could open the windows here and test your coaching skills.
We could, but you know, it's much easier to be up here than it is to be down there.
You're just going to stick to the color.
I'm going to stick to the color.
Okay, well, we appreciate that, Lindy. And, you know, my mother used to tell me to call my grandmother, who lived in another state, by opening the window and yelling instead of using the phone.
Exactly.
So.
Well, it's a little chilly, too. It's cooled off a little bit. It really is fall down here, so I think I'll pass on the open window for the last couple of minutes.
So we're still in a timeout here as Coach Banks is discussing strategy with her team, as well as Coach Beckler for Eastern Mennonite.
And the thing is here, as in any other sport, you know, field hockey, you only get one timeout for the whole game. The other thing is, just like any other sport, you have to pick your timing. You really want to call it to stop the momentum. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but I want to say Eastern Mennonite's probably had a little bit more of the momentum this half, just looking on. So this is a good opportunity, hopefully, for the Maroons to regroup, come out strong, and make a nice little offensive push here.
We will have end-of-game stats at the end of the next 11:20. And Roanoke is going to play it 16 yards in front of their goal. They play it back, try to play it wide. Kelly Finn. The ball immediately taken away by Eastern Mennonite. And it's going to be off a Roanoke foot and played outside the box. Eastern Mennonite trying to play it near side.
Look for that dump back to the middle spot there, and, you know, Darian did a great job defending again. It's going to be a long hit off of, not sure if it was Darian or a defender, but
long hit is now played in play by Eastern Mennonite.
Good pressure by Roanoke, and they're going to be able to come out with that.
And I think that was Kelly Finn and Allison Denton with that pressure.
Yeah, they did a great job. And now we're in our, you know, the Maroons' offensive 50. The Eastern Mennonite with the ball, though, so hopefully Maroons can mount a little pressure and hopefully an attack here.
Muriel Hunt has returned to the game. Came in after that timeout. Eastern Mennonite trying to send it in. Ball goes high. Roanoke trying to play it down. Keep it on the turf on their sticks.
And that one, even though it did go into Roanoke's foot, it was hit intentionally into her. You can't do that. And it probably was a little bit of a safety issue as well.
And Kelly Finn tried to play it up.
You're going to get the whistle here. So here's first penalty corner for Eastern Mennonite of the half. They had some interesting ones. The first ones looked like they could have been successful, but some rough restarts, if you will, to see. So we'll see if this pressure.
And we'll see how this penalty corner ends up as they take it. Roanoke trying to get out and mark. And again, the Roanoke defense turns away the penalty corner.
They did a great job of forcing that wide. They didn't give Santiago that direct shot on cage, forced it wide, and that avoided that deflection or redirection, if you will, that makes it harder for the defense and the keeper.
And Roanoke trying to play it out now. As a young lady for Eastern Mennonite hits the turf. She tripped over her own feet. Roanoke now deep in their offensive zone as they're able to flip the field.
Oh.
Julie Brown after it.
And that was a little exciting. You know, was it Denton down there? Yeah, it was Denton. She was there and she tried to turn, and she just, instead of making a one smooth move, kind of swung into the stick. So that's another dangerous play. But Roanoke's going to keep it down here.
And again, that looked like Marceline Peak made that play.
It was a great play by Peak, and she's created the penalty corner. So let's see if the second penalty corner is the charm for the Maroons and they're able to actually execute this. They had a great opportunity last time, just went just wide. Looks like they're trying to call the penalty corner here on the fly.
And this is Marceline Peak with the penalty corner. 7:45 remaining in the second half, and it is 1-0 Roanoke as they try to extend that lead.
Wide, but no one's there.
Julie Brown gets the stick on it and tries to keep it in. She sends it toward the cage.
A little too high, so it's going to be Eastern Mennonite restart. Let's see if the Maroons can keep it down here or if Eastern Mennonite's going to mount a new attack.
And Julie Brown trying to get it toward the cage. And that's knocked down by Eastern Mennonite.
Yeah, once again, a little too high. Sometimes happens, you just pop up too early on your swing. Eastern Mennonite's making another move down into the Maroons' defensive 50 yards, but it looks like Lauren Hurley comes up with a stop and able to force it wide and still maintain control of the ball on a restart.
Roanoke battling just inside their defensive 50 as they stay after it. It looked like Allison Denton after it. Again, Eastern Mennonite trying to get it in front of the goal. Roanoke trying to send it out. It looks like Shannon McCarthy. Allison Denton, Julie Brown playing it. And we have a whistle, and Julie Brown's going to play it out.
She's out wide, and nice elimination move, so let's see if the Maroons can take advantage of this situation. Eastern Mennonite's recovering, and unfortunately right into the defender's stick for Eastern Mennonite, but it was a nice, strong play defensively.
And Lauren Hurley over there again playing nice defense and keeping the ball off of the Eastern Mennonite sticks. 5:39 remaining in the second half, 1-0 Roanoke. Morgan Ryan with it. And she backs it up. Now over to Lauren Hurley.
That's a great idea by the Maroons if they can come on top of it. And it is their ball. It's going to be no whistle. I thought she blew a whistle down there for a second.
Marceline Peak getting in the scoring area.
So we're inside this hash. I would think 5 minutes left to go. Nice push by the Maroons here.
And you definitely want to get that second goal and
you really do.
Have some comfort.
Especially in field hockey, just like soccer, a goal really isn't assuring. Two's is much more comfortable. One can be redone, it takes a matter of seconds for I had a teammate who scored a goal, I think, off a restart in something like 4 seconds one time.
Kelly Finn got it to Marceline Peak for a shot that went wide of the cage and out the back, and Eastern Mennonite's going to play it from 16 yards in front. 4:20 remaining. 1-0 Roanoke. And the ball's up the far side. The Eastern Mennonite still free hitting it. Playing it.
Out of bounds, giving times for Maroons to readjust here defensively, get back and get their marks.
And again, trying to mark. We're under 4 minutes now. Roanoke trying to play it up, and the ball goes out and be played in by Eastern Mennonite.
Looks like Eastern Mennonite's putting subs in here, trying to get some fresh legs, maybe going in the last couple of minutes to create some more scoring opportunities.
And the ball's going to go to Roanoke, and it's immediately taken back by Eastern Mennonite. So again, defensive pressure on Roanoke. Roanoke trying to get back and mark.
And we got a long hit here. So we're 3 minutes to go. Eastern Mennonite with the ball as they restart it.
And again, great defense by the Maroons. As they force the ball out front, Eastern Mennonite now reversing field to the near side. Kelly Finn after it. The Maroons continue to try to defend.
Here you are, and here's where clock management comes in. You've got 2:30 left. It's in your defensive 50. You want to take care of the ball. Obviously, you'd like to get another goal. Anytime you can do that, that's great. But you also got to be smart about your ball placement and your ball control.
And Roanoke trying to send it up. And the ball's out, and it's going to be played in by Roanoke. And this is Stacy Bechtel. Stacy Bechtel playing it in.
As no one pressures her, which surprised me from Eastern Mennonite, you want to put as much pressure on the ball in this situation when you're down as you can. But she had quite a bit of time there.
And again, a quick restart as Stacy Bechtel mishit it, and it went a little high. And again, great defense by Roanoke. Fantastic defense. They're going to play it out.
So you want to keep the ball on your stick, really maintain your possession. Hopefully have a little bit better passing, but Eastern Mennonite's taking the ball back over, trying to create a corner in the last minute.
And again, 16 yards in front for Roanoke. 1:20 to go. 1-0 Roanoke. Roanoke trying to send it out. Here's Marceline Peak. Roanoke now on their offensive 50. Julie Brown down the far side. Brown with it. Tries to send it back.
Sends it to McCartney. Good redirection in, and hopefully they're going to create something as Peak comes in. She gets a free hit outside of the circle.
Marceline Peak as we go under 50 seconds. 1-0 Roanoke.
Here's a great opportunity for the Maroons. You really want to maintain possession of the ball, but also remember, you can't end on a penalty corner.
And the ball's going to go out the far side.
Oh, she saved it. Great. Oh, maybe not. Looked like it. Good hustle by Denton. It was a good idea, just a little too hard.
And Eastern Mennonite's going to play it in from deep in Roanoke's offensive 50. And they try to send it out high. And a great play by Marceline Peak, and she sends it back.
And here comes that corner opportunity right here. Oh, no signal from the official. Looks like there could have been a possible foul there.
Kelly Finn puts it back in front of the cage. Roanoke keeping defensive pressure on. 2 seconds to go. And Roanoke's going to win this game 1-0 over Eastern Mennonite to improve their record to 4-8 and their ODAC record to 3-3. So a great win for Coach Banks and her crew as Roanoke wins this 1-0. We'll be back with final stats and a word from Coach Banks. This is Roanoke College Field Hockey. And back at Kerr Stadium, I'm Brett Pelletier with Lindy Stetzler, and Lindy's going to go over the final stats for you before we get a word from Coach Banks.
And so the final was Roanoke College 1, Eastern Mennonite 0 after 70 minutes of play. Darian Shucker in goal for the Maroons had 5 saves, while Marceline Peak led the Maroons with 2 shots, 2 on goal, and an assist. And Shannon McCarthy had a shot on goal, obviously, and a goal. Muriel Hunt also added 2 shots and 2 shots on goal, and Morgan Ryan won as well, finishing off the offensive front for the Maroons. Eastern Mennonite with a great push in the second half had 11 shots, 5 of which were on goal, but were just unable to convert. And you had Carol Brinkley with 1 shot, Jessica Blanks with 3 shots, 2 of which were on goal. Janessa Durstein with 3 shots, 1 on goal. 13, Adriana Santiago, who we had talked about a couple of times, really created some offense for the Eastern Mennonite, and she had 3 shots, 1 on goal as well, and Melissa Cox with 1 shot and 1 on goal. And Sam Ferrier had 4 saves and 1 goal against her, or scored on her.
So, Lindy, what did you think overall of the performance?
I was very impressed, especially the first half. The Maroons came out, and they were ready to go. They applied pressure every time Eastern Mennonite possessed the ball. They also did a great job of changing fields, which means moving from the right side to the left side of the field, really forcing Eastern Mennonite to go side to side as well, front to back. They had a couple scoring opportunities in the second half, and definitely I think the timing of the timeout by Coach Banks with about 12 minutes left in the second half kind of took away some momentum from Eastern Mennonite that they had mounted in the second half. But like I thought it was going to be in the beginning, they both came in about even record-wise and had some close games, and they played pretty even throughout as well, and the Maroons just were able to capitalize at that 6-7 minute mark in the first half when they scored.
We'll be back with some final thoughts from Coach Banks, and we want to thank Lindy for joining us tonight. And this is Roanoke College Field Hockey. And back here with field hockey coach Brianna Banks. And Brianna, you have to be pleased with that effort. I was very impressed with the defensive effort.
It was a great game today. The defense really held strong the entire game, which I'm very proud of them. Getting a shutout against Eastern Mennonite. They have very fast, feisty girls in the front line, so that was definitely a positive. And of course, being able to score off of a corner was really nice as well to, bring us up on top offensively. But yeah, definitely really proud of the defense. It's easy to just kind of put your heads down when the times are getting tough, and they didn't. So that was a really great job.
And it's a good thing to be talking about a 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, woo, yeah.
So there you go, 2-game league winning streak.
Yeah.
Also, you got the early goal, and then you were able to tighten down the defense in the first 5 minutes after the goal, which is very important in field hockey.
Yeah, we always do. I always throw up 2 fingers up for a 2-minute drill. That's the most crucial part, like you said, within those 5 minutes. I do say 2, but same thing, holding them in that time, because that's the quickest way, or usually the quickest way that someone scores on you. So it was really nice to hold them.
And Saturday afternoon, you come back here and you play center at noon, and we'll see how that goes.
That's right. I think it's at 1.
Okay.
just to let you know.
This says noon.
Oh,
so
okay. Maybe I might be wrong.
I'll try to show up in the correct time to do the game. It'll be if it's at 1, it'll be noon in Danville, Kentucky.
Maybe that's what it is.
So maybe it is. Anyway, congratulations and good luck Saturday. And this is Roanoke College women's field hockey, and we'll be back Saturday. And we thank you for listening in. I'm Brett Pelletier with head coach Brianna Banks. Good night.